Is locking up a traditional center for $104 million the genius move that saves our rebuild, or the costly mistake that haunts us for years? Bobby Webster just made one of the biggest roster commitments since our championship run, and the basketball world is divided. I've been studying the numbers and film that reveal why this Austrian giant could be the secret weapon our young core desperately needs. What's up, Raptors Nation? Quick Court here with the explosive breakdown you've been waiting for. How does a 7-footer from Vienna become the cornerstone of our entire rebuild strategy? Drop your predictions, because I'm about to reveal why this extension could be Bobby Webster's masterclass move. The Toronto Raptors officially announced Tuesday that they've locked up Jakob Poeltl through the 2029-30 season with a massive 4-year, $104 million extension. But here's what's driving me absolutely crazy. Everyone is focusing on the money when they should be analyzing the timing and structure of this deal. Poeltl will pick up his $19.5 million player option for 2026-27. Then add 3 more years worth $84.5 million starting in 2027-28. The annual breakdown is approximately $26.1 million, $28.2 million, and $30.3 million, with only $5 million guaranteed in that final season. Bobby Webster just pulled off some serious financial wizardry here. What are your thoughts on centers getting this kind of money in today's NBA? Because the numbers from last season tell a completely different story than what the traditional basketball media is reporting. Poeltl averaged career highs across the board, 14.5 points, 9.6 rebounds, and shot an absolutely ridiculous 62.7% from the field. That field goal percentage ranked 5th in the entire NBA. But here's the stat that's keeping me up at night. Toronto outscored opponents by 6.6 points per 100 possessions when Poeltl was on the floor. The Austrian giant also dropped a career-high 35 points on 16 of 19 shooting against the Celtics back in November. When Scottie Barnes and Immanuel Quickley went down with injuries, guess who stepped up and showed he could carry offensive load? That's not luck. That's elite basketball IQ and skill development. Do you think Poeltl's offensive evolution is sustainable, or was last season just a hot streak? Let me know in the comments, because the film study reveals some fascinating technical improvements. Bobby Webster's quote in the official announcement says everything. Jakob has developed into one of the league's top two-way centers, and signing him to an extension was a top priority this offseason. When your GM calls someone a top two-way center, that's not casual praise. That's organizational philosophy. But Poeltl's own words might be even more revealing. Toronto has always felt like home for me. I want to be a Raptor for life. We have a young core that's full of potential, and I believe we're ready to take the next step. Notice how he specifically mentioned the young core and taking the next step. That's championship mentality talking. Remember, this is the same player that Toronto originally drafted 9th overall back in 2016, traded away in the Kawhi Leonard deal, then specifically targeted to bring back in 2023. Our front office doesn't make moves like that unless they see something special. If you're enjoying this deep dive analysis, smash that subscribe button, because we're just getting started with off-season breakdowns. The defensive impact cannot be ignored either. Poeltl averaged 1.2 blocks and 1.2 steals per game while anchoring a defense that dramatically improved when he was healthy. Toronto reportedly kept him completely off limits in trade discussions, including talks involving Kevin Durant. That tells you everything about his organizational value. This extension also sends a massive message to Scottie Barnes, RJ Barrett, and Immanuel Quickley about the franchise's commitment to building a winning culture around defense and basketball IQ. When you lock up your defensive anchor for 4 years, you're telling your young stars that we're serious about championship contention. What do you think this means for our remaining cap space and potential moves this summer? Because the timing of this announcement, especially with the recent front office changes, suggests there might be more dominoes ready to fall. The financial structure is absolutely brilliant too. That partial guarantee in the final season gives Toronto flexibility while showing Poeltl the respect he's earned. It's the kind of deal that benefits both sides. Organizational stability with built-in roster flexibility. This Jakob Poeltl extension represents way more than just locking up a center. It's Bobby Webster putting our championship timeline on paper in this new era for the franchise. Drop your thoughts on whether this move accelerates our rebuild or if you think we should have explored other options. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because we're diving deep into every single Raptors move this offseason. Until next time, Raptors Nation, keep that championship energy alive and we the North.